Well, we're gonna try this again now that I've charged my camera battery, and hopefully it won't die on me. Not only did I charge my camera battery, I'm distracted by a squirrel. That has nothing to do with the camera battery thing saga. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. Okay, I'm back. So, I started this video, camera battery died. I have an extra, so I just popped it right in there and thought everything was fine. I apparently haven't charged the extra since the last time I used it, so it also died. And then the third time I tried to start this video, I got distracted by a squirrel. So, let's do this again. Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi Grace. I am an author, mostly of historical fiction, but I do dabble in other genres as well. Today I'm actually going to be talking about reading. So, I would like to get through my TBR list in 2020. My TBR list, however, is not made up of books that I've heard of that I would like to read. It's made up of books that I already own and have not read. It's just a giant stack beside my desk that is constantly growing. It's almost as tall as my desk at this point. So I would like to get through all of those books in 2020. So, at the end of every month, I'm going to discuss what I have read, and we'll see if the stack shrinks at all. Hopefully it will, because I'll be reading books, but you never know. One of the books that I read this month was my Sense and Sensibility manga. It's kind of hysterical. I have read Sense and Sensibility before, many times. I am a huge Jane Austen fan. I've never read it in this format until now. It's highly entertaining. That's mostly what I have to say. It just cracked me up the whole way through. I was just laughing. Another book that I read in January is this Selected Poems of Emily Dickinson, which I loved. This was so good. I don't write poetry, and to be honest, I don't really read a whole lot of it either, but this was really good. I also read this little comic book, which was also entertaining. Whenever I come across his comic strips on social media, they crack me up and brighten my day, so it was kind of fun to have more of it, and now I can just look at it whenever I want to. This one I haven't technically finished yet, but I'm reading this one right now. I also happen to be reading another book right now. I don't like to read more than one book at the same time. I like to just sit down and read a book. I'm not one of those readers who has like 5 different books they're reading. That's just not who I am. However, the other book that I am reading, I have been reading for a very long time. So, as I'm working my way through it, I let myself read other books along the way. And that book that I'm working through is this one. It is amazing. I love the way this author describes things. He's very clever and witty, and it's very intelligent, and the story is fun, and every single page is fascinating and grips me, and I reread sentences over and over again, not because I don't understand them, but because they're just so beautiful. I just reread them. With all that being said, I have not gotten into the story of it at all. The writing, I love so much. I have not gotten into the story. Well, let's see. Get to the bookmark. 165 pages into the book at this point, and I'm not gripped. Like, if I don't know the end of Daniel's story, that doesn't bother me. I could set this book aside and it would not bother me. I don't understand the different emotions that this book brings out in me, because I really am not invested in the story at all, but I love this book. I love the writing. I just love everything about the author. Everything. Except they can't get me gripped on a story, which is unfortunate. But I'm plodding away anyway. I will finish this book at some point. But because it's massive and it's taking a long time and I'm not enthralled by the story itself, I have allowed myself to read other books while I'm reading this one, or else I would only be reading this one for the rest of my life. So anyway, that was my small stack of books read in January of 2020. writing/reading. 2 of those were still reading. Hopefully by the end of February I will have made some progress in this sucker and will have read a number of books on my giant stack of books to read. I hope all of you are reading lots of books. Reading is amazing. You should be reading, all of you, whoever you are, read some books. I usually end my videos saying happy writing, everybody, but that feels odd because we're reading, so happy reading, everybody! I've read, these words are hard. This one I haven't technically words are hard. I also happen to be, words.